This is my Ducati 848, and in 2010 somebody paid about £9,500 for this when it was new. If you want to buy one of these today, you'll be looking at spending £5,500, there or thereabouts. I didn't pay that much for this. I paid a lot less, and that's because it's been damaged. And there's a very good reason I say damaged and not crashed, because I don't think it was crashed. I think it was crashed into. Hear me out. The bulk of the damage on the bike is at the front end. Now obviously you might notice there's a bit of fairing missing up there, but I'll get into that in a minute. Let's have a look at the front wheel. Now this is the wheel and this is the tyre. These two are not supposed to be 2 inches away from each other. Well, that's the bottom of the wheel and this is the top of the wheel. Now I don't know about you, but I just don't know how that's possible for that to be that broken at the top and that broken at the bottom. You might also notice this is what remains of the front mudguard slash wheel fairing, whatever you want to call it. There is a dent in this fork, and I'm pretty sure this fork is also bended. Now, due to this impact, I would imagine that these front discs are also bent. Now the tyre looks okay, however, if you would imagine something has hit that hard enough for the tyre to go in that far, I don't think this tyre is salvageable. In fact, I'd imagine it's downright unsafe to ride on now. I'm hoping and praying the brake calipers are actually okay. Now, this actually came with this little trolley thing. Now I've had a look online. If you wanted to buy this new Dynacycler, you'd be looking at paying about £600 for it, so I was very grateful that it turned up with that, to be honest. So as you can imagine, this wheel does not turn. This part of the wheel catches on this part of the brake caliper, which is why it's in this little trolley. Okay, moving up the bike. Now, yes, there is a big bit of fairing missing here. The other side looks like this. That's what it's supposed to look like. Slightly worse than that, in that the bracket that holds it onto the bike is this goldy coloured bit here. Right, let me turn the brightness up a little bit. There you go. That has snapped off that bracket. Now that is not part of the frame. This is a Cat N. Category N simply means that the insurance doesn't want to pay to fix it because it would cost more to fix it than probably half the value of the vehicle. Now, you could buy a car or a bike that has been crashed and damaged, that's been repaired, that wouldn't even show up on a report. So I don't know why people worry too much about buying Category N vehicles. Category S, yeah, I mean, obviously it's got to be repaired properly because that is structural damage. But Category N, like, I've got no problem with buying a Cat N repaired car or bike. This whole bracket comes as one piece. I'll put a picture of one on the screen now, and bolts onto the bike in there somewhere, so I'm not too worried about that. Thankfully, the mirrors, both sides, have survived unscathed. You might also notice this clutch lever is not supposed to be pointing at the floor, so that is rather bended as well. Now, you might think that that's bent because the bike has fallen on its side. Now, however, if the bike had fallen on its side, there would be at least some damage to this side panel. There's no damage on it at all. It's just a little bit dirty from where it's been stored in a warehouse after whatever happened to it happened. Now, moving around to the other side, headlights are okay. Headlights are not broken, which is nice relief. Now this side fairing also mint, and the lower fairing also mint condition. So how has this happened? The brake lever on this side is actually missing, presumed snapped clean off. You might be able to tell by the sticker that I got this bike from the infamous Copart, which is where everyone seems to buy their crash damaged projects from. Now, the back wheel is an interesting one. It looks fine. It's got a tiny little mark on it there. Unfortunately, there's zero air in it, and you can hear it whistling when I squeeze the tyre. That's because the tyre valve is missing. And I know how this happened because of how it came delivered. It came delivered on the back of a lorry with a ratchet strap attaching this wheel to a similar brace to that wheel that didn't have wheels on it. And the ratchet strap went over the tyre valve, snapping it clean off. So thanks for that. So at some point I'll have to pop this wheel off, get it down to a tyre place and get them to put a new valve in it for me. I've got no reason to think that this tyre's not okay. This side of the engine, there's a couple of marks on the foot peg, which means someone's had some fruity cornering, but there aren't any marks on here. Oh, there are a couple on there, but like I said, I'm almost certain it's never been dropped. Now, this is where it starts to get interesting. There is a crack on this fairing. When the delivery driver turned up, he handed me this, and he said, "This is part of the bike. This is yours." I'm like, "Thank you very much." And I put it to one side and I thought I'll figure out where that comes from later. This is where it comes from. So it's actually just come out of there, and give me a second. We'll actually fit back in there. This crack on this side fairing, you'd think, oh, the bike's been on its side. No. My theory is that because you couldn't move the bike because the front wheel is so broken and the back wheel was obviously flat, someone has put their hand in here and tried to lift the bike, thus putting a massive crack in that seat fairing. So thanks for that, whoever that was. Right, now let me address the elephant in the room. The title of this video is I bought a smashed up Ducati and it's worse than I thought. You might think it's not that bad. It is worse. It is so much worse than it could possibly be. Now, one of the reasons I think that this was driven into and not crashed is because this is the side stand. Now I think that it was probably on the side stand when something, I reckon quite big, like a lorry or a big van with one of those big tow bar kind of things. You know what I mean? They're like steps that stick out the back of the big transit vans. I think probably one of those, and it's hit the front wheel, and the front wheel has hit something on the bottom and the top and kind of crushed it, squashing the actual wheel itself, hence why it's smashed up at the bottom and the top, but there isn't that much damage to the fairings and stuff. Something else on the vehicle has been high enough to bend the clutch lever and crack that upper frame, and subsequently snap the side stand off. This is very bad, simply because Ducati like to mount the side stand on the engine casing. Yes, that's right. The side stand has not snapped off the side stand bracket. No, the side stand bracket is still attached to the side stand. The side stand bracket has snapped off the crank casing, taking a sizable chunk of it with it. I'm going to turn the camera around now and you're going to love this. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, that is the engine. Well, and that's the inside of the engine. So, yes. At this point, you might be thinking, forget it, Ash. That's not financially viable. That's a terrible, terrible idea because it needs a new engine. Well, little surprise for you. When you buy a car bike or car from Copart, you can have a video call with them. And on this video call, the guy was like, I know it's a non-runner, but I did try and start it, and then he pressed the button and the bike fired up. I kid you not, it does run and it sounds fine. So, ignition on, lights come on, says some stuff on the dashboard, 848. Ready? See? You wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it for yourself. Now obviously I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, there's no oil in the engine. There's obviously enough in it to lubricate it, enough to make it run for a few seconds like that, but I can't exactly take it for a ride. So I don't know whether I need to take the engine out to maybe get that welded, or if it's savable at all. I need to get some second opinions. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're an aluminium welder and you fancy a little bit of a challenge, give me a shout. Drop me an email, youtube@ashroland.com. Normally when you buy a bike or car from Copart, you don't get much with it. Now I managed to get this with all these manuals. So you've got the owner's manual, you've got the service book, I don't know which is which, but you've got service book, a warranty thing, yeah, all sorts of paperwork, which is great. And it's got the service history in there as well. And also 2 keys. I picked this bike up for £2,500, including all fees and delivery. I do have to apply for a logbook, which is going to cost me £25. Knowing that the wheels didn't turn and the bike wasn't pushable, I had to order and buy that rear paddock stand for it, which cost like 70 quid, I think it was. I'll put the price on the screen now, because I had to get the specific Ducati sized pin to go in the side of it. This is definitely going to be a challenge. This is 100% going to be my biggest challenge yet. However, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a great experience. You know, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to jump on the internet, start ordering some bits now. I genuinely think that engine is savable, and failing the welding, I can actually get half a crankcase for about £300 or £400 from eBay. So it's repairable, and if that's the case, crankcase. If that's the case, then there'll be some content of me stripping down and rebuilding a Ducati 848 engine for you to enjoy. So let me know what you think. Am I wasting my time? Is this not worth it? Now you've got to bear in mind there is a Ducati tax when it comes to buying the spare parts. So replacement wheels going to be expensive, the forks will be expensive, the fairings will be expensive. If I can't get them in the right colour, the paint will be expensive because it is a pearl white. So not just a transit van white. Personally, 100% I think it's worth it. Look at it, it is beautiful. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see how I get on with this bike. I think first thing I need to do is I don't know, go to sleep. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you next time. Cheers. I never really know